Welcome everyone to Facebook Live. I'm your host Daniel. Today we're in the kitchen, joined by Aisha and Catherine. We'll be making healthy snacks, particularly flapjacks this week with raisins, and it's going to be nice and healthy on the go. We're also going to be having a movie quiz, a food-related quiz, joined by myself and Audette. So that'll be quite fun and informative afterwards. Just a recap of last week. What we did was we did life coaching, an introduction to life coaching, which was great. We were joined by Glenn and Lindita. Big thank you to those guys for helping us with the 7 successful mindsets. And then we did about core values as well, which Glenn touched on, which was really good. So just your inputs of how you found that video. Did it inspire you to want to take on life coaching? Also, was it a good demonstration of you doing some self-development as well? So that was what we did last week. Any feedbacks, comments are greatly appreciative. And we are going to start now with Aisha.
So you might have noticed Daniel was holding something in his hand. I hope you can hear me. If you can't, tell me. I will speak up because you know I'm loud. Aisha's just attaching a new microphone we've got so that the sound should be better and you can hear us. And just a few warnings, we are in the kitchen, we are doing things that are hot, so please take care. If you are a child watching this, make sure you have adult supervision. If you're worried about anything, make sure you've got someone else with you just to make sure. So, Aisha, what do we need to make flapjacks? I can hear something going already, but what have you put on already?
Yes, today we're making flapjack with raisins and cranberries. So for the ingredients today are 250 grams of butter, 250 grams of brown sugar, demerara, 100 grams of golden syrup, or 4 to 5 tablespoons of the golden syrup. Yeah, either you weigh it or you do it in the spoon.
So you said demerara. Does it have to be demerara?
No, you can use the light brown sugar as well. So
brown sugar's better.
Brown sugar, yeah, okay. It goes well with that. And next we have 350 grams of oats. So what I've decided to do with the oats, I've got here jumbo rolled oats. So
other brands are available, although this is a Quaker
yes,
packet,
yeah. No, I'm not talking about the brand because I'm going to use 2 different oats. I'm going to use the jumbo to give it a bit of crunch and bite. And then I've got the normal oats.
And again, other brands other than
yeah.
are available.
Yeah, I'm just showing you the one, normal oats. So I'm going to use the jumbo oats. I'm going to use 200 grams. And the normal oats, I'm going to use 150 grams.
I'm just going to scoot the camera around so we can see you a bit better. So you're more.
So now
what are you doing there?
I've got my 250 grams of butter, unsalted butter in there, which I've already melted. So
could you use margarine if you didn't have
yes, you can. Yeah. Okay. So that's unsalted. So I'm going to measure the brown sugar, which is 250 grams.
And Aisha's using my talking scale.
Talking scale.
So remember, if you the talking scales, once you stop and wait for a bit, it tells you a measurement. So if you weren't Aisha, you put
162 grams.
So it says 162 grams.
So I need 250. So I'll soon be there.
So if you were doing this and you
251 grams.
You'd put in a tablespoon, wait, put in a tablespoon, wait.
I just want to get the precise measurement. Yeah, that's it now.
250 grams.
Yeah.
So that's the right measurement.
Yeah, so now I'm going to add it to my melted butter.
Okay. So you just popped it in there. Is your ring on hot?
It's hot, it's on medium.
Medium.
Yeah, medium hot.
And then you just stir
I'm just stirring it in. Yeah, and then I'm gonna add my golden syrup. I'll do 4 tablespoons.
So you're just using a metal tablespoon.
Yeah.
I've got measuring cups that are tablespoons. That might be easier as well.
Yeah,
Maybe,
but
might not.
might
Depends
yeah
if you've got them
depends
or
on
not.
what you have. It's 100 grams if you're using
Scales.
scales. Yeah. So that's 1.
I was always told if you have a wet spoon, the syrup comes off more easily. I don't know if that's an old wives' tale or not.
Yeah, it could be maybe hot wet spoon, so it'll just slip off.
I know when I'm making my Christmas cakes and I need the black treacle, I run the spoon under the hot tap.
2. Yeah.
Sorry, I was carefully measuring out 4 tablespoons of golden syrup, and this is tablespoon number 3.
3.
And you're using squeezy syrup
Yeah.
rather than tin. Is that personal preference?
Not really, because this is what they had.
Okay.
So yeah.
You get your golden syrup in tin.
Yeah. So
You can get a squeezy bottle.
yeah, the squeezy one is much easier, to be honest.
And
Yeah.
there might be supermarket brands, but I would always go, personally, I would always get Tate and Lyle golden syrup.
Yeah. It's the best.
It's the one I like the flavour of.
Yeah. So everything is just trying to dissolve
Whilst you're stirring
everything.
that, I've had a lovely comment from Anna, and she says she wants to say a big thank you for the dinners that you've been doing, and they taste really good.
You're welcome.
So I thought you should know about that.
You're welcome. So I've got the 3 ingredients in there. So
Which
this is
the butter. How much butter was there?
250 grams.
And sugar, 250 grams.
Yeah.
And golden syrup, we put
4 tablespoons.
Approximately 100 grams.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm gonna do the oats.
And because we used only dry ingredients in our measuring jug, we can use it straight off without needing to wash it because it's the sugar and the porridge oats.
So the jumbo oats I'm gonna use 200.
So if you only had 1 oats, you could just use them all.
Yeah, just use them. Yeah, I just wanna mix it.
144 grams. It is 182 grams.
And let us know
100.
what your favourite things to have in a flapjack are as well, because we're going to use cranberries and, did you say raisins?
Yeah.
What else would you like in your flapjacks?
You can use any dried fruits.
Could you use glacé cherries?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I might be making the cherries.
Any dried fruits.
So I've also got a question from a member saying, I asked about margarine, but would butter equivalents work? So if you were using lacto-free spread.
Yeah, it
I
is.
find often when cooking with something like lacto-free spread, sometimes it's a bit wetter than usual, so you might have to put a bit more oats in.
Yeah.
I know definitely when baking you have to add a little bit of extra flour.
Yeah, yeah. So this is gonna be, the other oat is gonna be 150. Just mixing it. But you can use...
So you just poured the jumbo oats into
Yeah.
the butter and sugar mix.
Yeah.
Butter, sugar and golden syrup mix, sorry.
Grams.
Whilst you're measuring the other lot out.
It is 135 grams. It is 154 grams.
Sorry, it's taking time with the
Don't
talking
worry.
stage.
Always take your time to measure, because if you get your measurements right, it will work. So never worry if it's taking you time to measure. It even takes Aisha time to measure, so don't worry.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna pour that one in now. So all
these
together we've got...
normal oats, are they slightly smaller?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And the jumbo oats obviously slightly...
So now you're mixing
I'm
it all
just
in, making
mixing
sure
it.
everything's
It's-
covered.
Yeah.
So how does it start feeling more sticky and
Yeah, start feeling sticky.
less dry
Less,
as
yeah.
you move it around?
Move it around,
It's a
yeah.
very...
Yeah. So it's almost done. Just trying to get the syrup all around the oats. Now I'm gonna add the raisins, 100 grams.
It's sounding very loud. Is that okay? Or is that... Okay. I'm hearing other noises. I do a lot of my cooking by ears.
It
So we're just measuring out our raisins.
95 grams.
I hear we've got a couple of people having some sound issues. I'm looking into it my end as well. See if we can solve that for you.
99 grams.
And was that 100 grams of raisins?
Just a little bit less. Yeah.
A little less.
So
1 gram.
so now I'm gonna do the same for this.
So
The
you've got
cranberries.
cranberries
Yeah.
and dried raisins.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
It is 88 grams.
We've got questions about the blue light behind you because no one's ever seen it before.
Okay.
Maxine, the blue light behind Aisha is a fly catcher. Every now and then you hear a really loud crack, and that's because we've caught another fly. So you're being really precise about your measurements in cranberries and raisins.
Yeah.
You have to be really precise. Or if
No,
you're a little
yeah,
bit
not
over-
really. No, I'm just being precise. So that's all the ingredients in here. I'm just going to.
People are seeing a side of your kitchen they've never seen before.
Oh, okay. This is my side of the kitchen.
So you just mix it around a bit to keep
Yeah.
it all, and you've kept it on
All
the heat
moist.
the whole time. Is that to keep it so it doesn't set?
Yeah. Just have to. Just mixing it so. Yeah.
I can hear it sounding less
Noisy.
Loud as you
Less
move it.
noisy, yeah.
more sort of soft. It's a very, I'm not great at describing this
Describing,
sound,
I
but
know.
It sounds very specific to me. Hopefully you can pick it up through the microphone as well.
Yeah. So, looks yummy.
It does. I'd eat it like this, but I think I wouldn't be allowed to because it's a bit too hot at the moment.
No. That's it.
Ooh.
Almost done.
See, I'm letting you in on some Facebook secrets now. Aisha did a test run of these earlier on this week, and they were yummy. And I thought they were cherries in there because the cranberries had plumped up so nicely they felt more like cherries.
Okay. Yeah, the cranberries. Well, you can use any dry. Another dried fruit would be apricot, dried apricots. Yeah.
Apricot sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
I presume you could also use. Could you put desiccated coconut in as well?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. You can do anything with this. Yeah, any fruit.
To hear your experiments with flapjacks. Tell us what you've tried. Tell us what you are interested in trying. If you are really nice. Oh, I don't know if I should offer this. I don't know. Flapjack can't be a pudding. It's definitely a snack.
It's a
So
snack.
I can't ask Isa to make it a pudding to get sent out to you. Maybe when we're reopened, if we.
Yeah,
ask
I'll
really
do some.
nicely.
Yeah, I'll do some for snacks. I think we're almost done now.
So how do
Everything
you
is.
know when it's almost done?
Well, it's just you don't hear any more noise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because all I'm hearing now, I think, is the spoon against
Yeah,
the
that's
the
it.
frying
It's all
pan.
incorporated now. So now I'm just gonna transfer that in
Could
here.
you put that over here so we can see
Okay.
you?
Yeah.
So I
That's
can tilt down.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tilt the camera down so we can see into the dish that Aisha's going to put it in. She's put greaseproof paper in the dish, and I know why. You use greaseproof paper so that it's much easier to clean.
Clean.
And
Yeah.
the bit of greaseproof paper is longer and wider than the dish that we're putting it into. We're using a fairly deep tin, but if you've only got a shallow one, that's fine. We'll just make shallower flapjacks.
Yeah.
You could use, we've got a rectangular tin, but if you've got a cake tin, that would work. If you've got a
Yeah.
springform ring with the rings that come off, that would work as well. You just have triangular flapjacks when you cook them, when you
Yeah.
cut them.
Right.
So we poured it all in, just gently poured it all in, vaguely all over.
Yeah.
and
And,
then
now
what's the next
I'm just gonna spread it down.
So we're spreading it and slightly pushing down with the
Pushing
back
it
of.
down.
We're using a wooden spoon. I think there's a reason for a wooden spoon.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit less harsh than
Yeah.
a metal spoon is.
Yeah, it is. It squeeze it down better
Yeah.
than the wooden, than the metal
And it's
spoon.
going to be very, very fluid at the moment because everything's really hot.
Yeah.
So you'll
So,
be able to push it all over.
so you can see all the nice raisins and
Oh, I can. It looks. You can't see the view I can here. Aisha, we can see it beautifully through the camera.
So I'm gonna put this in the oven for half an hour, 180.
So I think, do I need to move my camera because there's a tripod leg? Is that in the way?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm just going to carefully move the camera so that we don't accidentally get the tripod leg burnt. There we are. And you'll actually see it going into the oven this time.
Yeah, not like before. So I'm just pressing it down,
Yeah?
holding it. That's it.
So you make sure it's a nice firm press down.
Yeah.
And make sure if you're doing anything in an oven, you're using oven gloves when you put it in and take it out. How hot is our oven? Because we didn't mention that.
It was 240. I'm gonna reduce it now to 180.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wanted it to.
So that's
Preheated.
centigrade, isn't
Yeah,
it? I'm sure
yeah.
someone can do some quick maths and tell me the Fahrenheit and gas mark equivalents. I think it's double and a bit for Fahrenheit, and I don't know gas mark equivalents.
No, 180. That's all I.
Thank you so much for
Right,
that, Aisha.
that's it for half an hour. And
So
then
Aisha said half an hour, so that means we've got half an hour, which is time to do something else.